Hi, welcome to my political show, Count the Political Times. It's the finale of season 3, so now let's start. Before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Now let's start. Now we know that Joe Biden was having a clear dominance and a clear leadership coming towards the election. He was leading in states that Hillary Clinton was losing, and pretty much it's easy to expect to say that Joe Biden is expected to create a blue wall which could give him a victory. But some fact the matter of the fact is that Joe Biden doesn't have an easy task. But then again, he has made his task a lot easier. Coming in this campaign trial by poll numbers suggesting that he is in leading states where Hillary Clinton is expected to be. But this is the key factor. Donald Trump is now have to campaign at least in 5 states back to back. And that kind of shows you the fact that how far Donald Trump is behind the election. Even a state like Texas is now vulnerable of going Democrat. So that kind of shows you how far this election have come. If Donald Trump changed the map in 2016, then Joe Biden might change the map in 2020. It's obvious. Joe Biden's impact is significant. Now, whatever the states that Joe Biden leads, one state will play a major part in the election. Pennsylvania, a state with 20 electoral votes. That state is superbly important. And of course, don't forget Florida. Now, in all of the states I mentioned, Joe Biden is leading. Now, that's fair to assume. Now, of course, states that Joe Biden is not leading are the states is the classic red wall. But this is the thing. Joe Biden has managed to be very, very competitive in the states that he's not supposed to win. Whereas Hillary Clinton performs very weakly, underperformed in the states she should win. That is the clear difference between Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton at this stage of the election. But let's get one thing straight. Joe Biden focuses on Michigan and Pennsylvania because he knows those states will matter, significantly will matter the outcome of the election. While Donald Trump will have to scavenge around the country, at least up to 5 states to recover and bounce back. Now you might say that the enthusiasm should help President Trump to win. Now yes, but this is the problem. Does enthusiasm always make you bring victories? I'm going to say no. Remember, the early voting counts. Those early votes will significantly impact the outcome of the election. And the question is the ferocity of the early voting will affect the outcome? Because this is the thing. When it comes for voters after early voting, Donald Trump leads them by a margin. But Joe Biden leads the votes on the early votes, people who would vote on early votes. That's the reality. And this is where this race gets tight. If Joe Biden get enough votes from the early voters, that will help him significantly and will help him in states where Democrats have not won a lot in a time periods. Let's think that way. Things like Georgia and Texas, and that will be key. Now, I'm not sure Texas will go blue, but there is a chance Donald Trump will underperform in Texas. And it is not good enough for him, considering he is way behind Joe Biden in the electoral votes in this pre-existing moment. And of course, you have to understand, it's better to understand the people the voting categories who voted for Donald Trump, like the older senior voters are certainly supporting Joe Biden. And that is something that you really have to understand. Unlike in 2016, where election polls miscounted Trump supporters, this time around they haven't done that. They anticipated that about the scenario, so-called unexpected voters, and the margin for error is not that so much which Donald Trump will benefit from, unlike in 2016. Which means there is a bitter chance or lack of a chance of a Trump victory. But never underestimate the man in 2016 when he when he flipped states that's supposed to be blue. But the question is, he's trying to do every possible flipping state now in the last 2 days of the election. And that's not going to be easy for him. And when someone campaigns in 5 states in 2 days prior to election, it kind of shows you how much of a concern does that particular candidate have. I mean, you have to understand that fact. I mean, for Joe Biden, he has a clear path to victory. He knows what he needs to win, and he knows his game plan. And that game plan is simple. Win Pennsylvania. It's quite simple. It's 20 electoral votes and that will account a lot. Even if Donald Trump carries Florida and those certain states, Pennsylvania will help him a lot to do it. And in that regard, the electoral vote could be 278, 260. 270 for Joe Biden, 260 for Donald Trump. That is fine, that is acceptable. But this is the catch. Joe Biden can take a much larger victory if as the states goes as expected. But remember, certain states that Donald Trump won in 2016 were supposed to be blue. And it's far likely this election that Joe Biden will turn them once again into blue rather than going into the usual, like 2016 red. And that's what we have to understand. And while on those departments, let's get one thing straight. Don't expect Trump voters to vote against Donald Trump. The people who support Trump will always support Trump. It's very simple. If there's anyone who's undecided at the moment, remember this factor. President Trump is the same man who cares about the people who come for his inauguration, or the same man who cares about the COVID-19's media attention. So, do you need a president who cares about himself or cares about the country? You make a guess on that. And it's quite a simple fact as that. That's simple, as you imagine. And it can't be that hard to make a choice on that department. It really shouldn't be that hard to make the choice. And if you are a Biden supporter who are a bit shaky, don't hesitate. Go and vote on Joe Biden. He is the right leader. But again, we have to see whether the majority accept that fact. Because it's not about the supporters what counts. It's about the total result. And not only that, Donald Trump is spreading messages about misconduct on elections, on election night, election votes. Look, President Trump, United States have one of the finest election systems yet. And I don't see corruption in your country. I don't see it. And if you are spreading lies such as that, you don't deserve to win. You don't at all. That is clear as daylight. It's obvious. Of course, around these circumstances, COVID-19 is also spreading drastically in the United States. People are still not wearing masks and it's spreading like wildfire. It's totally disappointing. I mean, I expected this sort of a scenario from an Asian country. But from a country like United States to have such uncontrollable levels, that is completely unimaginable. And of course, maybe it's a stubbornness of people not to wear a mask. But again, you can't always blame people. You have to blame President Trump on that. He's encouraging people not to wear masks, not to take precautions. He's saying it's under control. How is it under control? When more people are dying and hospitals are now almost full in the United States. It's quite simple. Donald Trump is not a man who cares about the country, he cares about himself. It's distinctively obvious, it's really, really clear. But before I end this video, before I end this show as we start the next season, I want to say, start of the next season, we don't know who's the president. But one thing is clear. If you vote Joe Biden, you will have a bright future for your grandchildren. But if you vote for Donald Trump, I can assure your grandchildren will suffer and suffer. Because you people, the current generation, must make the right choice for our next generations. Thank you very much for joining me on show. Hit the like button and subscribe my show.